Welcome into the Whitaker Bank Mobile Broadcast Studios. I am Aaron Rose, alongside New South owner CEO Tony Presley and DJ Otis Badass. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Doing well. How about you?
I am doing great, trying to stay cool during this summer heat, and you can't get any cooler than New South, can you?
No. Well, we're hot also, so we're a little
That's
bit
true
hot.
too.
You're right,
That's
you're
true.
right. We are here in the Mobile Broadcast Studios in the heart of Central Kentucky, and we are getting set for our next big event, guys. We're going to announce it right here, right now. So if you haven't told your friends, make sure you get them on to this live. We will be announcing our next show. We'll be announcing the card, and we will go to town on what we can expect for this next big event. But first, gentlemen, let's go ahead and hit the results of our last show at the Lexington National Guard Armory. And it was a tribute to the gentlemen. And I'll tell you this, one of the best things about the entire night was the induction of Jim Chadwick and having all of the old school wrestlers come back and share the ring with that awesome moment for Jim and Cameron and Amanda. You know, we were really, really excited, and it just turned out wonderful.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, his son got so emotional, Cam. He was very emotional and very happy about what we did for him. All the guys around the ring, as you said, older guys that had been in the business, and also the guys from the back from
Right.
that show, and they were just banging onto the apron, and the whole place was rocking, and it
was great.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And we made that announcement that night as we put him into the Hall of Fame, that he will be the current and only manager ever into the New South Hall of Fame. So
I think that rubbed somebody the wrong way, though.
yeah, lemon juice.
One Mr. Lemon Juice McGee,
Yeah.
but we'll get to him later. So
I thought what was great is obviously the tribute we had to Gentleman Jim Chadwick, seeing Amanda, seeing Cam there, and the amount of support that was there for Gentleman Jim Chadwick. And you look at who was in the crowd, our former broadcast partner, Lone Wolf Bobby
Right.
Blade, Tuffy was there, Donnie Green was there. Just an amazing night. And also too, if you go back and you watch the broadcast on prepspin.com, all the video tributes that people sent in, all the talent that Gentleman Jim Chadwick had worked with in the past. I mean, obviously, Aaron, you sent in a message. You had some words to share too. Bobby Blade, Bobby Green, Bunny Love, good to see her on that too. Legendary Larry D, Maniac Michael Payne, so many great tributes
Rated
coming
X
in.
Jimmy Walls.
Jimmy
Yep.
Walls was there too, but I never had a chance to work with Gentleman Jim Chadwick, something I regret in my career.
yeah.
However, Cam and I had a very, very long discussion about radio, television, broadcasting. He kind of likes the technical side of it all a little bit. So I said, hey, tell you what, come on back here to the Prep Spin truck. Let me show you. Let me give you a tour. Let me kind of show you how we put all this together.
Right.
And, you know, if that's kind of my way of working with Jim Chadwick a little bit and showing his son how we did things, then the night was totally worth it to me.
Oh yeah. And we thanked Cameron and Amanda for sharing Jim with us,
Sure.
because they made a big sacrifice in sharing and letting Jim travel
Right.
the road with us, and sharing him with all the boys, with all of us guys.
And all the video tributes that I watched during the replay, that was always kind of the underlying theme too, was we can't thank you enough, Amanda and Cam, for sharing Gentleman Jim Chadwick.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Larry D and Bobby Blade both mentioned that it wouldn't be a Bobby Blade, or wouldn't be a Larry D without Gentleman Jim Chadwick.
Absolutely.
Actually, Gentleman Jim Chadwick is the one who put all of the confidence in Larry D to get him to the heights of where he's made it.
Definitely.
And the subtle tributes from the crowd too.
Oh yeah.
That was fun to look
Saw
at
the
too.
pink socks all over the place.
Yeah,
So
it was
that
great.
That was really cool.
All the guys from the Nice Guy Andy podcast were dressed to the nines.
They were ready.
Yeah, they were ready for it.
So before we move into the results, guys, let's make a mention of all of our socials, because we need to tell you we're ever expanding here. So first of all, Facebook, obviously, and we're live on YouTube as well. You can search New South Wrestling on YouTube. Of course, we have our Twitter page, we have our Instagram page, and now we are TikTokers.
Yeah, I have taken the TikTok bull by the horns, and my 10 and 11-year-old daughters are showing me how to work it. So we're doing it.
You guys are way far advanced than I am. TikTok, you don't stop, Aaron Rose.
Join the revolution.
I don't know.
So actually, we are live behind the scenes on TikTok right now. So big shout out to all of the followers that are checking out the event, checking out our setup here. And you can follow New South Wrestling on TikTok as well. So if you're into the short form videos, we have little highlights, we have clips of all of our past shows, and we'll of course be adding to that as we go along. So make sure you check out all of our socials. We're anywhere you can possibly be.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, we're everywhere. Type in New South Wrestling, you'll be able to find us everywhere.
All right, so gentlemen, let's get right into the results. It was a tribute to a gentleman, and first and foremost, we had tag team action, didn't we? Yes.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
and
Yeah.
before we get started, and I do want to say we want to thank Scott Diamond.
Oh, yes.
Because Otis wasn't able to make it till later in the show as he had something else that was going on. But Scott Diamond filled in for him nicely first half of the show. Now,
Yeah, it was awesome.
we might not agree with some of the tactics that he had later on, and then you'll get to that. But
Yeah, we'll
but,
touch on that later.
but he did really a wonderful job sitting down at the desk with you and calling all the matches.
Otis, I was getting ready to boot you, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
I'm kidding.
Talking about Scott and what he did, going back and watching the replay, he brought a new aspect to what you and I do.
Oh, definitely.
And from the managerial side, from ringside, being right there, and I really liked a lot of the different viewpoints that he shared with us that night. So, hey, my hat's off to Scott Diamond. Did a great job.
Absolutely.
And in the future, we maybe look at bringing in some wrestlers during a few matches or segments to sit down with you guys and call during the matches. And,
Oh, that'd be great.
So especially
Absolutely.
if it's someone who has a rivalry or a feud with someone and they're wrestling someone else, we might bring someone on to do that. So
Just-
that'd be a really good thing.
Just don't make it chance, okay?
Yeah, I know you're kind of afraid of Chance, but there's a lot of people on the next card. We'll get there, but that people might want to be afraid of. So
Yeah, I'm a little worried, but we'll hit that. So, and before we move along, too, we also want to send our love over to our photographer, Regina.
Yes.
Lost her son last week, Jake, and he went through a big battle, and unfortunately he's no longer with us. So we send our love and prayers over to Regina, and we are thankful for what she does with us, and we're ready for her to come back and for us to give her all the love we can as a wrestling family.
Yeah, when she's back with us, we want the fans, we want you guys to show her that love too, because she needs it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're a family here at New South Wrestling. We that's why we call you guys the New South Nation. You all are our family, and she's a big part of what we're doing. And I was speaking with her while she was at the hospital and let her know that she's a huge part of what we're doing, and we miss her greatly, and we look forward to having her back.
Yeah, can't wait to have her back. And again, one can only imagine what she's going through.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, just times hit hard, and our best thing to do is give our good thoughts and prayers, and just shower her with love whenever she's able to make it back with us.
Yeah, I agree. That's something we all need to do.
And I know the times that she has worked with us, she's had so much fun.
Oh yeah,
Being ringside, and
those shots are phenomenal.
Oh,
too.
she's a great photographer, and I know she will always be laughing about the time that all three of us did not have a voice
Yeah.
that night. So she is so much fun to work with, and just a great asset to the company.
And to the fans' credit, she has personally told me that it's one of her favorite things to shoot, because she said that the fans have really made her feel welcome and at home. And she said that the fans, the wrestlers, everybody, she said she just hadn't been around a organization where she's gotten that much love. And,
Absolutely.
And so that's what we want to do now, is make sure we put our arms out and continue that love and help her through this tough time.
And as soon as she's ready, we got a spot right for her next to Tiny and I.
Right,
so.
right at ringside, ready to go. Well, gentlemen, let's get into the card. Gary Gandy and Kellen Craven taking on the team of Logan James and Tyler Matrix Infrared. And Infrared, I'll tell you what, they're an impressive team.
They are.
They really are. I enjoyed having them work with us and wrestle with us. Unfortunately, though, for them, they fell into the hands of Gary Gandy and Kellen Craven. Big win for Craven and Gandy, and moving their way up in the standings.
And Gandy Mania was running wild.
Gandy Mania, that's right.
It was running wild.
But go back and watch that match again, and there was times where Scott Diamond even pointed this out, that Gary Gandy may have wasted some time in that match.
Yeah.
But what he did that really stuck out to me was he set up Kellen Craven quite a bit. He set up Kellen Craven on that big leg drop on Tyler Matrix. I know Logan James, he was thrown out. Gandy was unaware of the whereabouts of Kellen Craven. Craven rolls him up, gets the win. Gary Gandy really did set that up for that big win. So Gandy Mania, I love it. You know?
Yeah, it's running wild, man. I'll tell you what. And over at his gimmick table, there's all kinds of stuff for the kids. So there was flashing lights and shiny things going all over
They're
the
selling out,
arena.
too.
Yeah. I mean, it was
selling out.
amazing.
But outside the win, the most important thing Gary Gandy did that night was the very first Whitaker backdrop.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. And we do have a 3-way tie, and one of our winners has been notified. There were 4 that night. One of our winners have been notified. The other 2 will be notified for their free tickets coming up for this next event as well. So, we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
We are going to do the Whitaker backdrop once again, and we will have an estimate on how many backdrops there will be throughout the night. And we saw a few of them in the Battle Royal. That's where the majority of them came from. But that was cool to see the Whitaker backdrops come into play. Now,
well, and also the thing with the Mingy beef jerky that we did, the promotion went over really well. I think my dad, who was handling that, said 45 bags of Mingy beef jerky, which we have sitting right here. The Mingy beef jerky, my dad said 45 bags were brought in and 45 T-shirts were given out.
That's awesome.
So
that is
we
awesome.
appreciate you all supporting Mingy and bringing in the beef jerky.
That is awesome. Great jerky, by the way. Perfect for a summer trip, which I'm taking tomorrow. I'm going on a road trip tomorrow, so I'm going to make sure I have some Mingy beef jerky ready to go to snack on as we drive along the roads of I-75.
Yeah, I agree.
We move along. Misery made his debut, and you want to talk about a scary individual. It's Misery.
But he's a good guy.
I know.
He's scary looking. But
I know he's scary
guy.
looking. Yeah, he's a good guy. And but I tell you this, Misery just made short work of Juan and Caleb Throne. And I'm sorry to Juan and Caleb, but a choke slam package pile driver combo ends the match.
Yeah.
And holy moly, what a finish that was.
I mean, they tried. They tried to do what they could with kicking him in his feet and stomping on his toes and just whatever they could do to get him down. But
absolutely.
But as Scott Diamond said on the broadcast, that it just made him madder, and that was it.
Right. Absolutely.
So if you have not watched the replay, if you were not there, just to kind of set this up a little bit, Misery, 6'10", 320 pounds.
Absolutely.
Caleb Throne, Jacob. However, what kind of stuck out to me, and that was my first time actually watching them, was they did get a little offense going, and watching their team work together and how well they work together and trying to cut down the big timber of Misery. I was somewhat impressed, and maybe we did see a little potential there, something we may see in the tag team division a little bit later on throughout New South.
Absolutely. And real quick on the TikTok side, big shout out to one of my people on there. We call him the Ball Guy. We also call him Uncle Phil. He just sent a whole bunch of TikToks over. Thank you for that. That's awesome. And we're going to promote our New South Wrestling TikTok, so make sure you do that as well. So join us over on New South Wrestling for all kinds of clips. We move along as we go throughout, and what a match we saw between Adrian Alexander and Marty Clay. Holy crap. Yeah. What an amazing match. Marty Clay, absolute talent in the ring. And of course, Adrian Alexander as well. Adrian Alexander has always been one of those guys that can put on his best match no matter who he's going up against.
Yeah.
Other than him and Adam Swayze having a little bit of a conflict, but
Yeah.
still.
Against Colorblind. Well, I mean, that was due to the snakes.
Oh,
right?
I know. Yeah, they were out. he was out. But this was their Kentucky Elite Heavyweight title match. And Adrian Alexander able to hang on with the help of Scott Diamond over Marty Clay. But I'm looking forward to seeing Marty Clay in the ring again with us in the future.
Well, and Scott Diamond had Big Doss Man kicked out of the ringside area because he didn't have a managerial license. So he had to come do commentary with
Right.
you. And so Becky Steele was kind of at a disadvantage there. And Scott knew what he was doing. And
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what about Marty Clay. He had written me before and wanted to get on our show and be a part of the show, and I didn't really know him.
Right.
And then when KPW told me, I told him we was going to have a match for them, and they brought him in. Well, when they did that, I was impressed. I was actually so impressed, and we'll find this out later, but he's going to be on our next card.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I contacted him, told him I was very happy with what he did, and I'd like to bring him back.
Awesome. I'll be happy to see Marty Clay back in the New South ring. And that wasn't the only title match we had going throughout the evening.
There was 8 of them.
There was 8 of them. Nasty Nate Gnarly held on to his Gen X title.
Yeah.
As he went through a battle
With his opponent.
With his opponent, Danny Moe and Reese Ramon. They were going at it for the New South Wrestling Women's Championship, and Danny Moe coming out with another big win over Reese Ramon, and Ramon showing a lot of improvement. You know, she's going to be a threat to that women's division.
Well, there's a lot of growth with her. And,
there is.
And she's young in the business. So to go against all these top-level talents every time she's getting in the ring, she's been in the ring with Camille, she's been in the ring with Lady Frost, she's been in the ring with Danny Moe. So that's 3 world travelers that she's been in the ring with, and that's only going to help her get better. And that's what I spoke to her about afterwards. I said, you know, don't get discouraged because you lost.
Right.
I said, just take these learning moments and get better, because you're going against top-notch talent that's only going to make you better.
Absolutely.
And she is excited about it, and definitely we're going to have her back. So she's excited about being in New South Wrestling.
Absolutely. So somebody's asking something on TikTok. I'm giving you a little sneak peek.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why you have behind the scenes.
That's what I'm
there.
doing behind the scenes. And then on top of that, I think one of the coolest matches of the night had to be the Nice Guy Andy Podcast Championship.
Yeah, what an awesome
That
event.
was such a cool match, and the Zodiac getting the big win in that match. And I'll tell you what, Matt Vine was eliminating people left and right with that big giant super kick of his. But unfortunately,
Well, in the Whitaker backdrops. He
Yeah.
Whitaker backdropped
Sure
like
did.
4 people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was a house of fire. That's what he was. He was a complete house of fire over all of his opponents, and unfortunately, he just succumbed to injury.
Yeah, it came down to him and Adam Swayze and Zodiac, and Adam Swayze knew he had to wrestle him later that night, so
Right.
he took the opportunity to chop block his knee out, and then he pulled him over to the corner and did a number on the corner post, and he wasn't able to continue.
I'm pretty sure he left a dent in that post with all the wraparounds, and you know, he was just doing damage to that post and to him.
Yeah,
So-
and he just tore that knee up, and he couldn't continue. And then Swayze got a little ahead of himself and got up on the ropes and was yelling at him. And Zodi took the opportunity to come in and flip him right over the ropes. And
right.
and then there was a confrontation after that Matt Vine said, "Hey, I haven't lost a match since I've been here in New South Wrestling, and I didn't lose this one. You didn't beat me." He said, "What do you think you accomplished? You didn't beat me."
Right,
And
right.
he said, "Whenever the doctors clear me, I will be back, and I want a shot at that belt right there."
So we're going to talk about that too. You know, our upcoming event is going to feature the Nice Guy Indie Podcast Championship. We're going to talk about that matchup and where we're going to. You know, who knows what could happen?
Yeah,
Because
and
everything, as we mentioned before, card is subject to change.
That's always with a wrestling show. Card is subject to change. You just never know what may happen. But with that, Zodi was very open to wrestling him for the belt. So,
definitely.
Zodi said that he understood what happened. He realized what happened, and he didn't really want to win it that way.
Right.
And that as soon as he was healthy, he would give him a shot. So
So coming out of the break, we had our intermission, and Dustin Jackson and Adam Swayze, they ended up going at it. Dustin Jackson was the replacement for Matt Vine. You had mentioned that he was looking for a fight. He got a fight, and he got a victory.
Yeah. So Adam Swayze thought that his night was over, and
No,
that
not at
since
all.
he did that, he wasn't gonna. And he came out and got in the ring, got real cocky, and said that he was. It was no longer New South Wrestling; it was the Adam Swayze show. So at that point, I had to come out and let him know that he does have an opponent,
Right.
And the opponent was, of course, Dustin Jackson, who has impressed both times that he's been here.
Absolutely.
He's just a super talent.
Then the Southern Tag Team Championships were on the line.
Yeah.
And guys, this one, it's starting to get a little personal, I think, between Sean Hoodrich, Chris Crow, and the boys.
Yeah.
Color Bond, of course, really, really known for their snakes, bringing the snakes to the ring, kind of scaring the boys a little bit, but nonetheless, after it's all said and done, the boys got the big victory over Chris Crow and Sean Hoodrich, and they stated they want the tag titles.
Well, and after looking at the tape, watching it back, they cheated to beat them. So they pulled the tights
Right.
to get the pin on Chris Crow, and so I've talked to both teams since this, and Colorblind, this isn't the first place they've wrestled. They've wrestled a lot of places together, so they have a history. And Colorblind said that they felt like they was cheated, and they should have won the match, and they want a rematch for the titles. And I talked to the boys, and the boys said, we don't believe they deserve a rematch for the titles. So what we'll do is we'll give them a chance, and this will be on the next, when we talk about the next card, but said they'll have to beat us to get another shot at the titles.
Really?
So I'm saying that the next time they wrestle will not be for the titles. They'll have to actually beat them to win those belts.
Well,
Or to get a title shot.
To get a title shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I knew what you meant. And gentlemen, again, that was just the tip of the iceberg on what was going on all throughout the evening. And then we go to one of the matches, to me, that might have stolen the show. The Neon Ninja Facade taking on Mickey Midas. And, you had, back at Summer Brawl, you had Facade taking on Alex Zane. You had Axton Ray taking on Midas. And as those two came out of it, it just seemed like a good opportunity for that New South Wrestling X Division Championship to be reintroduced. And we have a brand new champion in Facade. And if you realize, it's how Facade beat Alex Zane.
Yeah.
The backslide with the roll through, with the bridge.
The bridge, yeah.
And I was just like, that is becoming effective for the Neon Ninja.
Yeah.
For me, that's one of those things where it's going to be one of those maneuvers that's in his back pocket.
Yeah. Well, and with
You know.
the fast and athletic guys, it's
yeah.
something that he needs that little extra to keep them down.
Absolutely.
Because it was back and forth and kick out and kick out and kick out, and neither one of them could get the upper hand. And same thing with when he wrestled Alex Zane, and
Yeah.
so he had to do that little extra thing to get over. And I tell you what, Mickey Midas is a little discouraged, and because he's not been on a winning track. But I've tried to talk to him and tell him, hey, man, you're making waves.
Absolutely.
You are wrestling some of the top talent in the world here. And every single one of them has said that you're amazing.
Right.
And that you pushed them to their limits. So there is going to be a moment when you break through and just keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
There was times where that frustration was very visible on Midas, and there were times where I thought, okay, he's got this. At times, he couldn't connect on that 450, but he hit the Swanton. I thought he was so close to getting that X Division, and what you were just saying, he's going to make that breakthrough one day. Just hang on when it happens. But right now, enjoy the X Division champion Facade, because this kid's a wonder to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Big shout out to one of my friends in the TikTok land, cosplayer named Foxy. She's an awesome cosplayer. Go check her out. as well.
And here in the comments, Zodiac just responded.
Hi, Zodi.
And first he said he loves TikTok, and then secondly he says here, when Matt Vine gets healed, I will gladly give him a fight.
Yes.
So
All right.
that's
I'm looking
from the
forward to
champion
it.
right there, Zodi.
Matt Vine, and I'll say this about Dustin Jackson. I'll say this about Danny Mode too. I kind of wanted to work this in over the last few minutes. Sneaky good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sean Johns from over at the Nice Guy Indie Podcast, he said, I'd love to see that match.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I think
that's
we
gonna be
all
awesome.
would, Sean.
Also, big shout out to the Nice Guy Indie Podcast. They'll be going live in a little bit, so once you're done here, go check them out.
Yeah,
because
and that's
it is
another
Wednesday
thing
night.
we talked about today is that Zodiac and I have spoken about this since he's won that belt, and he went on to the Nice Guy Indie Podcast and did the podcast with them. He's actually defended that title at 3 or 4 different promotions since he won it, and it's awesome. Like, that title's getting defended everywhere.
Right.
And he said that the other promoters are extremely happy about it. They love what we're doing with it, so they're excited to have it on their promotions as well. So
That's awesome.
so at some point, you could see that belt maybe being dropped at another promotion, and then them running with it, and then
Yeah.
us getting it back. And
You
so
just never know.
that's a belt for the state.
It's going to be a statewide belt, and I'm excited to see what happens to it.
yeah.
So, gentlemen, Kyle Maggard with Lemon Juice McGee.
Yeah.
Lemon Juice McGee.
They've been a
you
thorn
see-
in my side ever
Yeah.
since they've been in New South Wrestling.
Lemon Juice McGee. Not really happy that you said that there can only be one manager in the Hall of Fame. But you know what? It's rightfully deserved.
Oh,
You know,
my
he-
DMs
he-
were blowing up.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
He was hot. We got in the locker room. He was hot.
I know. Well, you
Yeah.
know what? He can just move on and be done.
Yeah, I told him that he can win that yearly award if it's voted on.
Exactly.
And Cam decides he gets it, he can win that. But there'll never, Gentleman Jim Chadwick will have his own wing in New South Wrestling Hall of Fame.
I love it.
And that's very important to me because he played a huge role in my career.
Yeah.
And the early part of New South Wrestling. So I didn't even have that planned. That just came at the moment I was looking at
Right.
Cam and Amanda in the eyes in the ring, and just felt it was the right thing to do.
So as we moved on throughout the evening, at an ever hot National Card Armory. First of all, thank you to all the fans who stuck around.
Yeah. I mean, the air conditioning went out.
Yeah, air conditioning went out on us, and it was a hot summer night, and it was just one of those things where we just had to make the best of what we had. But thank you to all the fans who came out for that. But
No one complained a bit.
oh no,
Yeah, they didn't complain one bit.
no.
Big guys like me and you, and then some of the other ones, we were sweating.
Oh yeah, I knew someone who had to bail out early and just couldn't take the heat anymore.
Yeah.
But and I don't blame them. But we'll get into better air conditioned spots. I promise.
And on that same note, as we're talking about the air condition, anybody who bought the pay-per-view live,
Yeah.
We apologize for the glitches that we had in it, but that it was right behind the airport, so the
Interference
the
was
internet was
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
But now you can go back and watch the on demand when you
Yeah.
click into go.prepspin.com, click on demand, and it'll take you right to all the on demand stuff. And I think ours is right at the very top
yeah.
there.
So check it out.
So you can
it's
still
still
get it.
available to watch.
And there's no glitches in it now. And then going forward on all of the ones that'll be live, we won't have that issue because we'll have better internet. So
Right.
we just really had no internet at all. I mean, I come back to the truck a few times and William was like, "Man, I can't get any good internet here." He's like, "This airport is killing me." So
yeah.
we
It's never been great behind there, but I mean, you would think in the 10 years it's been since I've been there, they would have made some kind of advancement.
yeah.
Nah, I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the airport interferes with it. So
Yeah.
in the future, all of this will go right up like a champ and work all the way through. So,
Yeah.
but it's on there now. You can go out there and watch it.
Watch it in its full HD glory.
Yeah, and and
So-
like he said, you'll see a lot of things that people at the arena didn't get to see, like all the old timers talking about
Right.
Gentleman Jim, and there's some things in there you won't get to see.
Absolutely. And then, gentlemen, like I mentioned there, we're going to Kyle Maggard and Lemon Juice McGee. Had a mystery opponent. That mystery opponent ended up being Misery.
Yes.
Misery stepped up to the plate And the only way Kyle Maggard could escape with that title was clocking him with the chair.
Yeah.
And that was it. So, you know what?
Well, and he did it on
Misery-
purpose so he could get out of the match.
Yeah.
Right. Misery, it wasn't even to win. It was just so he can get out and not die.
And it didn't phase him. He hit him
No.
twice with it.
And you're right. Multiple chair shots never phased Misery at all.
And then Misery just clocks the chair right back into the face of Kyle Maggard.
Yeah, he threw a chair shot for a third time, and he just punched it, and he dented. I've got that chair in my storage building. It is completely dented. I mean, he devoured that chair with his hand.
And that being said, he owns a victory over the Kentucky heavyweight champion now.
Yeah, and which we'll get into that later on too. But me and Misery have had some discussions, and
You've talked to him?
Yes, he talks about the same way he looks, so it's kind of scary. Even though he's a good guy, but we spoke, and he said that he wants to he wants Kyle Maggard. He was actually coming in just to do this for me because Kyle Maggard has been a thorn in my side, and so I thought, you know what, better ways, I'm going to show him. I'm going to give him a guy bigger than him and badder than him, and not give him any time to prepare for him.
Right.
And he did exactly what I thought he would do, but the problem that Kyle Maggard did with those chair shots is that he was just doing this for me, but now Kyle Maggard has made this personal. And so this big monster is got a personal vendetta against Kyle Maggard.
Right.
And Misery has all the makings. You watch what he's done in the ring. Look at his physique, how big he is. He has all the makings to be a dominant force in New South.
Oh, definitely. I see gold on that man in the future.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I not only that, I see a lot of bright lights and big things happening for
Definitely.
that guy. Yeah,
Definitely.
He is a specimen, and I'm just glad he's on the good side.
Right.
Yeah, no, so
I don't want to see him as
That
a mad
match,
monster.
that match was so intense. We had to have a ring crew come out afterwards and readjust.
Yeah, the sidewalks, I think it was the sidewalk slam.
I think so.
The sidewalk slam popped the boards out of
the
the
boards
ring.
came up.
yeah, I was actually in the production truck with William when that happened, and he showed me in slow motion. It was either that or it was the body slam. One of the two.
The ring just
You
bounced.
could see the ring
Yeah.
bounce and a board popped out. But yeah, he showed me that from the production truck when it was happening.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my God, did you just see that?" I said, "Yes, I did." Also on here on the comments, Nice Guy Andy podcast, Andrew Watkins.
Hi, Andy.
He just asked me to be on the podcast on August the 17th before the show. Yeah, that's no problem. We'll come on the show and do that. So anytime we can get on there with you, it'll be fine. And then Bobby Blade's on here watching. He says, you all are live on the Prep Spin Roku app too. Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we appreciate everything, and Nice Guy Andy, I owe you a visit too, buddy.
Well, and if you get a chance, if you guys get a chance, New South Nation, go back and watch Nice Guy Andy podcast. All of his podcasts are on his Facebook page.
Yeah.
And you can definitely go back and check the Bobby Blade. I watched that when I was doing something during it, but I went home and watched it till 2 o'clock in the morning.
The Bobby Blade stories, I love it.
The Bobby Blade podcast was amazing, and he was telling great stories and telling about his YouTube channel. And
Right.
so yeah, you guys go out there and check out that Bobby Blade episode of the Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Speaking of that YouTube channel, I want to plug it for him because that YouTube channel brings all of the classic wrestling from the area back to light.
Yeah.
You had all the old MWA shows, UWF, MCW. I mean, golly, just so many of them.
Yeah.
And he's bringing all those back to the spotlight. And it's not like he's doing it just be like, hey, I want to make money off of this. No, he's doing it to keep the memories alive.
Yeah.
We had one of our fans whose dad was a wrestler, and he was able to relive his memories of his dad wrestling.
Yeah.
Because of Bobby Blade.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
No, it's awesome. And Bobby, I want to tell you too, I watched that whole broadcast, and I heard you told Andy that when you was talking about me, you said I didn't even know that guy. Like I've never met him. You have met me, Bobby. We've wrestled on some of the same shows together in Glensboro for Terry Allen.
Oh,
and
the Salt River.
Salt
shows.
River Wrestling, and you don't remember it, but I remember you came in out of the crowd and jumped Terry Allen, and then you guys had a feud. But I was there. I was wrestling then in that show, and so I remember you back in your glory years and when you was doing it. So you may not remember me, but I do remember you, and I've shared locker rooms with you before, brother.
You want to hear something funny? Years ago, Bobby and a friend went with my wife and I to Disney World. We all went to Disney together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Back in 2012.
And if I'm not mistaken, Bobby Blade is a huge Disney fan.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So I could only imagine.
Yeah, it was
that Bobby
a very
Blade
cool
had to
time.
ride Small World like 50 times or something. But I love me some Bobby Blade. Aaron and I have worked with Bobby in the past, and it's so much fun to work with. But going back to his YouTube channel real quick, the amount of work that he has put into this YouTube channel and uploading all this MWA
so much
footage, you know, folks, it takes time when you have to sit there and type, I do not own copyright to this music.
Right.
Match after match after match. So from the bottom of my heart, Bobby Blade, I really do appreciate and thank you for uploading all that MWA footage.
Absolutely.
It's so much fun to watch.
I'm not typing all that. I've just been going in and muting the music, having YouTube mute the music, and that way we don't have to worry about that. So.
Smart man.
But I have boxes and crates of VHS tapes too, because I was just like Bobby. I recorded every show I was ever on.
Yeah.
So I need to be getting all that over to digital too, because eventually it'll go bad. And
right.
But I have my whole career, everything that I ever did or every show I was ever on, I have it all in totes and
That's
boxes.
awesome.
And yeah, I'm the same way. I did it because what I used it for, and I'm sure he did it too. One is I wanted memories of when my career was over to remember all those things, just like he did. But also after the show, every show, and I implore every young wrestler to do this. I'd take a camcorder, I'd set it up, and I would record every one of my matches, because after the show, I'd go home and critique myself, and that helped myself get better.
Yeah.
And that's how how you get better, and it showed through the years that I just got better and better because I was watching what I was doing.
Absolutely.
And it's just like a golfer going and watching his swing, all of that stuff. So I would implore all young wrestlers to invest in a camcorder, have somebody set up there. Everybody has phones now, you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
But go back and watch your matches and be able to be a good critic of what you're doing.
Well, and you talk about in-ring, and I can talk about this on the other side of the microphone. I critique myself all the time. I have every radio demo that I've done since I was 18 years old. I have all my radio air shifts archived. Right. I go back and I listen to them 10 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible.
I
want to go back.
Hockey games that I ever did.
So I'm not a hoarder. I'm an archivist.
Right.
You know, I want to see where I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm also a collector, and I want to keep learning how to get better, and how to get better. And that, I think that's the key. You brought it up. Don't stop learning.
No,
don't stop the process.
And at some point, as Bobby said on the show, and I agree, is that at some point, all of us can't do this anymore.
Right.
So you want to be able to go back and remember those memories, and then one day I won't be here, so I want my kids to have those and be able to remember those and remember their dad and be able to see him live and in action, and so that's why. Everything, I kept ticket stubs, I kept everything that I ever did in the business, and I've got all that put back to one day I'll be able to give those away to my children.
Love it.
So yeah, that just go over and give him some love.
Absolutely.
And the Nice Guy Andy podcast, let's give them love.
And let's finish this card up here.
Oh, hold on, William just let me know here that Primetime Wrestling has bought a segment to the show tonight. They bought a segment to the show, and they're going to roll the footage.
What?
He's getting ready to roll the footage. He said they bought a segment. So this is Primetime Wrestling has bought a segment.
Is that Primetime or Gen Next?
That's Gen Next. Yeah, that's what we mean, Gen Next.
Crew. Max Sled with the big splash.
Yeah, this was at the end of the night in the main event. We was going to get there. You went slow on that one, didn't you?
By Mr. Everything Max Sled and legendary Larry D.
Yeah, this is this was a big surprise to me right here that this
We
happened.
should, but the low blow.
Oh, and look at Max Sled.
Yeah, he was getting ready to
This
win
is
the match, and then they came in and
Just when I thought I have seen it all. New
jumped
South
him, and
Wrestling.
it was Jen Nex really against New South Wrestling, and
Come on.
Oh,
hit him with the belt.
Lord Crew with the belts.
And then they start calling
Wait,
in
what
the
is-
guys.
Are you serious?
And then there's a wrestler that's in the ring there. We've released him. He's no longer with New South
I don't know
Wrestling.
what to say. But this is a beatdown of Lord Crew.
Tyler Stevens, Max Sled, legendary Larry D, Paige Jones.
And then this is the part that happens here in a minute that just
Wait a
really
second.
shocks
There's
me.
Nate
This
Barry
right
in the
here.
chair.
And here comes the cavalry.
Kellen Craven.
OMG 123, Nate Gnarly and Kellen Craven coming to the aid.
Really
of
thought
Lord
they was
Crew.
coming to help
They've had
here.
enough. Oh,
What? What is going on?
come on.
What is going on?
And so Kellen Craven and
Is this a Jen Nex
Nate Gnarly
takeover?
switched over,
Is
and
that what we been,
then
Are
they
you
just
serious?
continue to do it. And
have we been bamboozled? Has New South been bamboozled by Gen Next?
Unreal.
this was at the very end of the night, and it's just despicable.
I'm telling you.
You see the fans are disgusted by it. Over here, you
And
can
what
in the
a-
corner you can see Gentleman Jim Chadwick's son,
Posada is out.
and that
Zodiac.
surprised me. Zodiac
Yeah.
came in on the save.
Right.
Gary Gandy.
Zodiac said that he was really all about New South Wrestling, and he was there to
Legendary
protect
Larry D
New
with
South
his
Wrestling.
squad.
What just happened?
So I think we've seen a turn and a change a little bit in
Nate
Zodiac
Gnarly,
here.
you should
Yeah,
be ashamed
yeah.
of yourselves.
I do not believe this.
About as bad as the Slapowitz Syndicate.
So Jen, I gotta figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
Jen
that's
Nex.
despicable.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about the name.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It was PTW at one
Yeah, it
time.
was.
Yeah.
When you said PTW and where we came out talking about Bobby Blade, I thought Blade had like bought a segment.
I know.
We were going back rehashing the old times again with Aaron and Bobby and I.
Well, we saw what happened there at the end of that match. So, you know what? That's just a perfect transition for me because you know what? We need to go right into our next event because we got some business to take care of.
That's right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, New South Nation. Here it is. Our next big event is going to be Sunday, August 21st, and we will be making our way down to Wilmore, Kentucky. We are going to be at the Wilmore City Hall Gym with a 5 p.m. bell time. So Wilmore, Kentucky, get ready. We are headed your way for your very first wrestling event. I don't know in how long. I'm excited to be down in Wilmore.
Yeah, me too. I went down and looked at the building, checked it out. They're excited to have us there. And I think Sunday's going to be a great day. A lot of people have asked me why we're moving to Sunday, but we have some conflicts on Friday with our production team and all the football that they do.
Right.
So we've decided the best way to make this work for everybody, and we didn't want to do Saturdays on a full-time basis because other promotions are doing Saturday. So we've switched to Sunday. Right in the middle of the day at 5 o'clock, people will still be able to get home early, and I think it's going to work
And
for
get ready
everybody.
for school. So here's the thing. Here's how you got to look at it. During the summertime, during the spring and summertime, we're kicking your weekend off right. During the fall and winter, we're going to close your weekend off right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's driving us
Yeah,
nuts too.
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
been doing it to us too. But yeah, so back in years ago when I wrestled, we did Sundays. We did them actually for like 4 years.
Down in Glennsboro.
Every Sunday. And it actually was a really big draw.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And people had things to do the whole weekend, and then they just were, nothing left to do on Sunday
Right.
after church in the morning, and they was like, what can we do? Well, now you're going to have somewhere to go and be able to spend some time watching some really quality wrestling.
We're going to have some fun with
I
it.
always liked Sunday night matches because of the fact that you could go in on Monday morning and you're charged up, but still what you saw in the matches and a little water cooler talk, if you will.
Absolutely.
Around the office on Monday morning. So I love Sunday nights.
So let's get into the card. We're going to break this entire card down for you. Again, we'll have match graphics and things like that ready to go for you in the coming weeks. So we're going to work from our main event, and we're going to go down here.
8 matches.
8 matches on the card. Our main event, Larry D will defend his New South Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. We're going to run it back. Lord Crew gets another shot at that New South Wrestling Heavyweight Championship because he does hold a victory over Larry D.
Yeah, he holds a victory, and after watching the tape, it was pretty despicable what the Gen Next people did, and so I think that he deserves a fair shake and another shot at it.
Aaron, you described it in that match, both competitors as world class. And it was the bare knuckle berserker against the best. Williams got a vacuum cleaner.
I saw
That's awesome.
My eyebrows went forward.
It took me a second to figure out what you were trying to do there.
As with New South Wrestling, you never know what you're going to get on
know,
the podcast.
So if a vacuum cleaner shows up in between Lord Crew and legendary Larry D.
Yeah.
Vacuum cleaner on a pole match now.
He's trying to
I
get.
love that ideal, by the way. That has to happen.
We're trying to do a Whitaker fly drop here, guys.
Yeah.
We're trying to do a Whitaker
we're
fly
really
drop.
sorry if that segment sucked.
No. We like to have fun here at New South Wrestling. And,
Oh, Lord.
Well, what I was saying was you described legendary Larry D and Lord Crew absolutely perfect in their main event as world class. That match we saw at a Tribute to a Gentleman, this match that we're going to see August 21st, this could be a main event anywhere in the nation right now.
Absolutely.
It really could be.
I'm excited for this match. I'm excited to see redemption.
Yeah.
There's going to be some redemption here. The Kentucky Heavyweight title is on the line. You know, Kyle Maggard said that he doesn't want to defend against Misery, which I think he should. But you know what? The thing is Misery will get his time, and he will go through whoever he can to make sure he does get that opportunity. So Kyle Maggard has to defend his Kentucky title nonetheless. Ironman Cody Matthews, it will be in town. He's going to take on Kyle Maggard for the New South Wrestling Kentucky Heavyweight Championship. Misery will be in action. He's going to come down to Wilmore, and he's going to take on Mr. Everything, Max Sled. And I don't like Sled's chances too much here.
Yeah. So what's going on with that is I was going to put Misery with Kyle Maggard and run it back, but Kyle called me and Lemon Juice called me and complained that they don't think Misery should get another shot because
Was it Kyle or Lemon Juice?
Well, both.
Okay.
I've got fielded calls from both.
Okay.
And they both said they don't think that he should get a shot. He shouldn't be able to get another title shot unless he goes through a group of guys he thinks that he can handpick for him to go through.
Right.
And so he said that he wants him to take on Max Sled, and that if he could beat Max Sled, then he'll tell him who his next opponent will be. So that's what we ended up doing, and because I just didn't want to hear their mouth anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we did is we put Cody Matthews against Kyle Maggard, and then Misery's going to take on Max Sled. And if he can beat Max Sled, he'll get one more step closer to getting back to Kyle Maggard.
There we go. Hey, big shout out to Sean on TikTok. What's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. So we move along the card. Already a strong card, but we're going back. We're running this one back to the colorblind taking on the boys. Now, as you mentioned,
Yes.
it is a non-title match.
Yes. So once again, I've been fielding calls a lot here lately. So Colorblind said they deserve a title shot, and I think they do after the cheat.
They do, absolutely.
The cheating of the boys. But the boys called me and said, we don't believe they deserve a title shot unless they can beat us, because we've already beat them. If they can beat us, they can get a title shot. And so that's what we're putting in place. It's a non-title match, but they've also thrown the caveat in that if they do not beat the boys, they don't ever get a title shot in New South Wrestling again, and that they have to split up as a tag team.
Oh my!
So that's that is the
heavy
caveat.
stakes.
Yeah,
Heavy stakes.
So they have to come out with a pinfall win, or submission,
Uh-huh.
or they will have to split up as a tag team, and they won't get another shot.
Wow.
So those are the stipulations of the boys.
Okay. And then we have one of our new debuts within New South Wrestling. You saw the post about it a few weeks ago. Evil Nate. He will be here to take on Chance Prophet. And, all right, I'm having my issues with Chance Prophet, but now here's Evil Nate. He is welding a chainsaw to the ring.
And it's a big chainsaw.
I've seen the photos and I've seen the video, and yeah. Evil Nate will be in the ring. He takes on Chance Prophet in a battle of the. I don't know what you want to call that. Both of these guys are absolutely out of their minds.
Yeah.
And Chance Prophet is a force to be reckoned with. Evil Nate has made his return to the ring, and he's been up in places like Future Great Wrestling. He's been traveling around to Indianapolis and Indiana and Ohio. He's been everywhere.
And he was trained by our Commissioner Rikishi.
Trained
up
by
at Knox
Rikishi.
Pro.
Uh-huh.
So I saw him down at KEPW, and he come up, shook my hand, and said, "Man, I love what you guys are doing. Everything's amazing, and I want to be a part of what you're doing. Can I get on the card?" And I said, "For sure, I'll definitely get you on the card."
Well, here's his opportunity as Evil Nate takes on Chance Prophet, and I've had my own issues with Chance
Out of
Prophet.
concern for your own safety, is there a way we can do this match from a remote location?
I don't know. Maybe
Well-
we might have to go to the broadcast table here and just catch it that way.
Well, are you guys going to be at the ringside again, or are you guys going to be back by the entranceway again? Because if you're by the entranceway, he might not be able to get to you.
I don't know. Well, we'll find. Is he here? He's not in here. Is
He's
he?
not in here, but I'm sure he does watch a lot of what we're doing.
He's
so.
stalking me on TikTok too. It's
Yeah.
a little weird.
He drove up to Frankfurt to meet me the other day, so that was a
I
little
bet that was
interesting.
intense, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
And then the Nice Guy Indie Podcast Championship. I'm still worried about that. I'll be okay though. Nice Guy Indie Podcast Championship is on the line. Now, this is where our card subject to change
Yes.
could happen. So, we first have Zodiac taking on Adam Swayze. That is our match right now.
Yes.
Now, that being said, if Matt Vine is feeling 100% and he's able to wrestle, then Zodiac and Adam Swayze will take on Matt Vine. It will be a triple threat match for the Nice Guy Andy Podcast Championship.
Yeah, if the doctor's releasing.
If the doctors release him, that's the key.
And the way this match came about, because those are the last three people that was in the Nice Guy Andy Podcast Battle Royal. And so I think that it's only fair. If Matt Vine was healthy, fully healthy,
Yeah.
he would probably get a singles match against him. But we have to cover our bases right now, so we're going to put Adam Swayze and Zodiac. But if the doctors do release Matt Vine, he can step right into that match, and it'll be a three-way dance.
For the Nice Guy Indie Podcast title, that will be a great match. And you know Matt Vine has a bone to pick with Adam Swayze, so
Yeah.
he might get a little bit of revenge going into that.
Yeah, and he hasn't had a pinfall or submission loss in his whole time in New South Wrestling.
Yeah, you're correct.
He's been a house on fire.
You're correct. And then this one I'm looking forward to, guys. I'm looking forward to this one because we have two debuts for New South Wrestling, and it's also going to be a triple threat match. You're going to see the Iron Demon, Shane Mercer, making his debut against another debuting Picture Perfect Jordan Cage
Yeah.
and Axton Ray. So Jordan Cage, you might recognize him from the likes of Pro Wrestling Freedom. He was with the MWA Primetime Wrestling. I am excited to have Jordan Cage here because right now, you know, his cool thing is that he's wrestling every match as if it's his last match.
Yes.
Or his final battle, because the thing was you know, and this might be a little bit personal, but last year he was with me for a little bit when I was on the ventilator, and he found out that I could have been fighting my last battle. So that's really cool. I think that you know, he's going to be on this card, and then of course him and Axton Ray, they actually go back a ways because they've wrestled a lot in the Innovate Pro Wrestling down in Kingsport, Tennessee, which used to be NWA Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
So these guys know each other, and let's just put it this way. I think this is an opportunity to steal the show.
Well, and then we didn't even mention Shane Mercer. He's in this match.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
that's what I led off with.
Yeah.
I led off with the Iron Demon.
Yeah, Shane Mercer, he will be a part, and he is a monster in the ring. Like,
He went viral a few years ago as he lifted an entire set of bleachers.
That's right.
And used them as
Sure
a
did.
weapon, and it showed up on freaking ESPN.
wow.
So, Iron Demon, Shane Mercer, the dude is all about strength. And I swear he if he feels like it, he can toss these guys around if he wants.
Oh yeah.
So,
And we know what Axton Ray can do. Obviously, Aaron and I, we're familiar with Jordan Cage. We're familiar with Shane Mercer. If you have not seen these three competitors in the ring, maybe
you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat. But right here, I think this is what New South is going to be all about. Even though we're seeing the debut of two new wrestlers in New South, there's not going to be any losers in this match because this is going to be a great, great match, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Zodiac just chimed in on that match, and he said it's a show stealer of a match.
Yeah,
Sure is.
absolutely.
So yeah.
Big shout out to Emily over on TikTok. What's up? Thank you for joining. Axton Ray has gained some momentum too out of this. So, you could be looking at almost a number one contendership for the X Division title
Yeah.
with all these guys here.
Well, and that's what we have had this match to plan for. So
Yeah.
whoever wins this will probably be the number one contender
Hey,
for
and
the
Jordan,
X Division title.
Jordan Cage, he can fly too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He sure can. He is, when he goes up top, he is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. And I also want to put a shout out here to Tommy Wells because he helped
Tommy!
He helped us procure that building.
Yeah.
Down there with Wilmore, and he's super excited as that's in his backyard.
Right.
To have New South coming to his backyard.
Tommy, we hope to, well, not hope. We know we'll see you there, but we hope you bring a lot of friends.
Oh, he's already told me he wants to get the whole front row of one side of the
Oh,
ring. So,
yeah.
So yeah, he's excited about it.
That's awesome.
Zodiac said he was at the show when he lifted the bleachers, and he said it was insane to see in person.
Hey, Zodi, which promotion was that? I can't put my finger on it, but if you can remember, let me know.
He'll probably
So-
chime in here in a minute and let us know.
Yeah.
But and Zodi's a wealth of knowledge too. And,
Oh, he is.
And that's one thing they was talking about on the Nice Guy Andy podcast. And I chimed in and said, well, me and Zodi had our wars together too, and we wrestled each other 100 times between Glensboro and New South Wrestling.
Absolutely.
So I absolutely loved being in the ring with him, and I have a lot of respect for Zodi. So.
And also a big shout out over on TikTok over to Anthony. What's up, buddy? Thank you for coming in and sharing out our event. So, guys, if you're not in the area and you want to come hang out at our shows, we're going to be just outside of Lexington, Kentucky, and Wilmore coming up. It's only about 20 minutes from where we had our last event.
Yeah, I mean it's like 10 or 15 minutes down the road off of Nicholasville Road from the mall area, so
Right.
it's not very far at all.
So
I live in Lawrenceburg, and then I made it. I went to check on Wilmore. I think I made it there in like 30-something minutes. It wasn't too bad at all.
Was it second right past the light in Wilmore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean it's real easy to find. It's right there at City Hall, and it's they've widened the street now. It's like a 4-lane highway down there now. So it's real easy to get to.
Easy trip. So all of our fans in Lexington, come join us down in Wilmore. It'll be a great trip, and we're excited to be down there. And guys, that's not it. We're gonna kick the night off with some tag team action. As Gary Gandy, coming off a big win, will team with Marty Clay, and he takes on Adrian Alexander and Mickey Midas. I'm actually low-key excited to see this tag team of Alexander and Midas.
Yeah, me
now,
too.
Obviously, it's those. It's two styles that are a little bit different. but the arrogance is about the same.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see that. Marty Clay coming off an impressive showing for the KEPW Elite Heavyweight or Elite title. Marty Clay teaming with Gary Gandy, that will be a good tag team as well. You have more of an old school approach in Gary Gandy. You have a more high flying approach in Marty Clay, and those two could hit them high, hit them low, really.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And we want to do another. Hold on. So we want to do another Mingy beef jerky deal also. So what I'm going to do for this show for Mingy beef jerky, if you bring in a bag of Mingy beef jerky, we're going to put you in a special drawing. And at the end of the night, we're going to draw somebody out, and whoever we draw out will win $50.
Hey.
So you buy a bag of Mingy beef jerky, you bring it in, you check it in at the front door. They'll mark it with a marker, and they'll give you a ticket. Put it in a special jar, and at the end of the night, we're going to draw that out, and whoever wins, we will give them $50, $50 in cash.
So basically, what you're saying is you can go buy.
We'll get them an extra 5 bags of Mingy.
And we'll get you an extra 5 bags of Mingy free.
So what you're saying is if you go buy, $6, $7, $8, $10 bag of some of the best beef jerky in Kentucky, and you check that in, you have a chance to basically make your money back and get a whole lot more as well.
Yeah, you get $50 plus $50 in cash, and you also, as William just said, you get 5 bags of Mingy beef jerky as well.
I really thought you said if somebody brought in a bag of Mingy beef jerky, you were going to put them in a special match.
No.
That's what I thought you were going for.
No,
I'd
we
like
can't
to see
do that. They have to be licensed by the
I know.
athletic commission. But
Can we do a beef jerky on a pole match?
Beef jerky on a pole.
We could get
Heck,
that.
now there you
Yes!
go.
We get Mingy to sponsor
needs
that
to
one. We
happen.
can make that happen.
I like that.
And there's some good things coming along, guys. So we still are working on a deal with Canado's Tacos. And they're becoming a partner of ours, and we implore all you guys to go over there and check them out in Fritz Farm.
Really good.
Been working on maybe doing a deal where we might do something at Fritz Farm here in the future. We've also been working with the people at Battle Axes too.
Yeah.
So we may be doing something over there as well. We've been talking with them also. So
Axes cannot be used as weapons in matches.
that's right. That's right.
Am I seeing the Battle Axes double axe handle move of the night? Something?
Oh, there could be a lot of different things, and over there at
I'm
Battle
starting to see that.
At Battle Axes, they've got all kinds of things that they do over there. There's not just the Battle Axes. I mean, they've got that. They've got zip lining. They've got
bowling alleys,
bowling alley.
Yeah. They got a rage room.
They got blow up things for the kids to play on. I mean, there's all kinds of things that's going on over there, and they're excited about working with New South Wrestling. And also, if there's any businesses out there in the Lexington, Nicholasville, Wilmore area, really anywhere, we have Shelby's Diner in Frankfort.
Yeah.
So anywhere that we're at, if you want to be a sponsor, we have great sponsorship packages starting at $100, and they go all the way up to over $500.
Right.
If you do pass the $500 package, we have the option and the ability to build you a commercial.
Yeah.
And put it on our shows that are on pay-per-view. And it'll be on our network. So like we do with Shelby's, and it'll probably be at the end of this podcast, we can do the Shelby's commercial. But we have the option to do that. We talked to Canado's Tacos about that we can go in and shoot a commercial and have Aaron voice over it, what you want said, and we can play that during all of our podcasts, our broadcasts, our shows, everything. We can put it up on social media, and a lot of people will see it and view it.
And also a quick big shout out. Nevaeh's watching.
My daughter,
your daughter's watching. And Emily, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's awesome. If you're on TikTok, join our New South Wrestling TikTok page. See highlights and see. We'll do like little commercials for events and stuff coming up. So.
Yeah. And we're going to have a mixture of old New South Wrestling and new South Wrestling. That's the same thing as on our YouTube channel. It'll have some of our old New South Wrestling before I purchased the company, when I actually wrestled for the company. And then we'll have the new stuff that's on there. So you'll be able to go back and check a lot of different things out. Mary Higdon is a good family friend of mine. They're actually she's watching right now. They're on vacation at the lake, and she's watching from the lake on vacation. So we love you, Mary.
That's awesome.
I also want to announce this, and I know it's not time for this show yet, but I want people to start getting excited about it. Me and William spoke about it. William's super excited about it.
Ooh, I want to announce it.
We are going to. You want to announce it?
Are you talking about September 10th?
It's one of my
Yes.
favorites,
Okay.
man.
So yeah. So
Where are we doing it?
we still haven't figured out on
Okay,
the location yet, but I'll let you do the announcement of who we are going to have on that show.
Ladies and gentlemen, our following event after this is going to be on Saturday night, September 10th. And the one and only Enzo will be a guest, and he will be in action for New South Wrestling on September 10th.
Yeah.
Enzo will be here, and I am pumped.
Yeah, Enzo Amore will be here. I've spoken with him over the phone, and he's super excited about it. He will be at Lemon Juice McGee's
Comet Cavalcade.
Comet Cavalcade Friday night before, and then he's going to come down and wrestle for us on that Saturday. So yeah, he's super excited about being here.
Yeah.
He's heard a lot about what we're doing, and he wants to be a part of it. So.
That's right.
So,
Enzo will be here,
Yeah.
and we will set that. We will have that date. It's the date set, but we're going to figure out our. We're going to figure out our
where the location,
Yeah,
the
I can't
card, where the card will be at that
Uh-huh.
time. I mean, the location could be a lot of places. I mean, it could be in Wilmore. It could be at Battle Axes because we're talking
Ooh,
about that.
yeah.
It could be over at Fritz Farm. We're talking about that. So there's a lot of places it could be. We have been in talks with the Lexington Legends about when their season's over, that maybe we can do something there. So you never know where New South Wrestling is going to pop up a show at. And then you can always watch it on pay-per-view too.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
you don't want to miss coming out and seeing Enzo Amore in person. So
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's the cool thing about it, about what we're doing. We're not going to be in just one location. You know, it's going to get to a point where we might even have like a cycle of places where we want to go.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to reach out to all the fans and, you know, just have a completely, you know, we're going to be transparent about it. We want you all everywhere. But you know what? If you can't be here, that's what the pay-per-view's for.
well, and if you have a business or a location and you want us to come in and do a show for you to help you make some money, there's all kinds of options that we can do there too.
Definitely.
So you just reach out to us on any of our social medias and get in touch with me, and I'll come out and talk to you. Same thing if you want to be a sponsor, just come reach out to me and we'll come talk to you and see what we can't put together. And we were looking for great partners, and we can do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we was approached by Fritz Farm, and we can do that. We can come out and help build up what you're trying to build up, and we have a lot of eyeballs on New South Wrestling right now. So
absolutely.
we're also with Enzo. We're going to try to see if we can maybe do a podcast with him as well while he's
Yeah.
here. We do have the Whitaker Bank mobile studio, so it'll be at the event, and William has the capability of setting that right up, and we've got two of the best guys in the business that can sit around and do interviews with him and talk to him. So and other people in the business, we're willing to do podcasts at shows and stuff. So
Hey, Lexington Catholic Football wants to talk to you about possibly doing a show there.
that's
Ooh,
awesome. So there's
ooh.
another opportunity, and
Yeah.
and we'll definitely be open to doing that.
Yeah,
for sure.
how cool would it be on a night where there's not a game, if we could set up on that field and do a stadium series event?
You know,
be-
I just listen.
it'd
If
be
Molly,
amazing.
If Molly Crew can go do baseball stadiums, like I just saw last Friday
We
night,
can do
we
high
can
school
do
football
high school
stadiums.
football
Yeah,
stadiums.
yeah.
I would love to see that.
Well, and I
that
tell-
would be fun.
And I'm going to tell everybody. So just remember, because we're, you know, it's starting out slow here, but over a slow build, we're going to get really, really big. It's going to continue to grow. It's going to take like a snowball going down the hill. It's going to go little by little, but more and more and more. It's going to grow and get bigger. And we're eventually going to, as me and William have talked about, it's going to get to where it can reach everyone in the world.
Right.
We had that option at the last pay-per-view that it was offered everywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
And we'll be able to do that on every single show. As we've spoken with William, and he said he believes our product is so good that it should be a live pay-per-view every time.
including Pakistan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So, and another thing too is if you're not really sure about watching an event on pay-per-view, especially indie wrestling, we have a YouTube page where you can preview
some of the matches.
Some of the matches that we've put up. And if you like it, go get our pay-per-view, because guess what? We're doing something in the game that nobody in indie wrestling is doing.
Yeah, and all the big
Thanks to Batman.
all the big stars who's worked on our shows have come up to me afterwards and said, I've been a part of big companies, and you are rivaling what some of these companies are doing.
Right.
You don't have the big LED boards, but your production value is the same, your setup is the same, and your quality of your wrestlers are the same.
Right.
So we're not just the normal indie show that you're going to see. Actually, I was in the production truck with William at the last show, and we was looking at it, and he said, dude, I don't think there's anybody around that has anything this good. Like the production value's good, everything looks great, and it's all in high definition, as we spoke about.
Absolutely.
I mean, we actually spoke about it that, you know, there'd be TV deals that would be wanting to take this kind of product on because it's all done for them.
Right.
They don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
You know, so just keep an eye out for us and continue to support us, because you all will have been there from the beginning of it, but it's going to get to be something really big, and we want you all to be a part of it.
And we appreciate every single one of you that's been with us so far, whether it be wrestlers, behind the scenes workers, fans, everybody.
Yeah.
We really appreciate all of you all, and
it takes a village. So
it does.
So and that's one thing about us too. If as we grow and we start being seen all over the world, we're not going to change who we are. So the fans are my whole thing with why I started this company back up is because I want to give the fans the best product that they can get for their money. Now, when you come to one of our shows, the cheapest ticket is $15. The most expensive is $25. And we don't give you 5 matches. We give you 8 to 10 to 11 matches. We give you a really, really quality show with quality athletes. And then if you're watching it on pay-per-view, or if you come to the show and you do like I do, when I go to a live show, I always come back home and get the pay-per-view because I want to watch it and hear the commentary team, because the commentary team puts a whole nother spin on it. So if
we definitely do that.
If you do that,
it gets interesting, doesn't it?
if you do that, you'll see that just as good of a product as it is live, a lot of times, a lot of these companies, their video product is not nearly as good as it is live.
Right.
And it actually takes a step back. But with us, it's like you're still live sitting there. I mean, it's such a good product. The King of Stream, William Warfield, he does an amazing job with that. That's all Chinese to me. I don't know how to do any of that.
Get the man a crown.
But he is amazing, and he does a wonderful job with it. His whole staff, they're all great at it. And we just want you guys to continue to grow with us, because we want the New South Nation to be a big part. That's why we tell you guys, like and share and tag us, and you know, take clips of ours and send them to friends and do all that stuff, because we want to continue to grow this product for you all.
Yeah.
And go out and support the sponsors that support us and are able to give us the funds, what we need, the support we need to get out and bring this quality promotion to the fans whatsoever. And we're talking Shelby's Diner, which William and I talked about before we got started. We got to go out there and get some food one day. Condado Tacos, that just happened all of a sudden last couple of weeks. Aaron and I had a great time out there. So good of a time they kicked us out. We were there so long. I'm joking about that, but great sponsors that we have in New South.
Well, and he wants to play the commercial for Shelby's Diner, so you guys can check it out. We'll stop talking and let you see this great food.
At Shelby's Diner in Frankfort, you're treated like a regular. And you can always expect excellent service, amazing food, and even better company.
Hi, welcome back.
Where good, home-cooked dishes like their award-winning half-pound, hand-patted burgers and robust salads take time and care to produce. Come to Shelby's Diner and book your lunch meeting or dinner party in their patio room. Now open in Frankfort, conveniently located in Jeff Plaza on Versailles Road.
And the food there, guys, is amazing.
Yeah.
I go there 3 or 4 times a week. It's my brother's wife's business, and I've actually known her my whole life, ever since we were 5 years old. And she's an amazing cook. It's down down home cooking, like plate lunches. It's just really, really good. But that quality of what you saw there on that commercial, we have the ability for companies too who want us to be want to be a sponsor with us. If you are in that tier bracket for the monthly fee, we can shoot something like that and have Aaron voice over that for you.
So yeah, join us. You know, we want to grow our family, and that's our goal.
Yeah.
We're ready to grow this family, and we want you all to be a part of it. So, I guess, guys, did we hit everything already?
Yeah, I think we hit it all.
Holy moly! All right, gentlemen. Well, let's go over the date, the time. We're going to be heading down to Wilmore, Kentucky on Sunday, August 21st, and it's going to be a matinee event. We're going to start at 5 p.m., so that way you have plenty of time to get home and ready for your work week and school and all that. So it's going to be a 5 p.m. bell time. 8 big matches on the card. We're going to be at the Wilmore City Hall Gym, so make sure you get your tickets. We will... when are we going to try to post those? Do you know?
The tickets we're probably going to have up within the next week or so.
Okay.
I've got to get our poster guy to put everything together,
right,
and get the tickets together, and then we'll be able to put those up.
All right. So we will get that all taken care of. Be looking for a poster that you can share our matches. You know, we've gone over them once, but if you don't remember, that's okay. I'll be putting up graphics to announce our matches once again. So if you missed it, don't worry, we're going to be talking more about it. So I think that's going to do it for us.
Yeah, I think so. Now we do want to make a statement here of, for this show, we're probably not going to use the square readers that we've had for our cards. The last couple shows, I think we've had an internet issue with them, and I don't think that they've read completely right. So just take some money out of the ATM for your concessions and things like that, and just bring it with you, and we're going to do cash only.
So we'll do cash only at the events. If you want pre-order tickets,
you can do those online.
You can do that online and pay for them that way.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But we'll be cash only at the door.
Yeah, we're going to do that for the concessions and merchandise and everything, because I think we've had a little bit of an issue with some, because if the place that we're at doesn't have great Wi-Fi, those don't work very good, and we end up having an issue with it.
Well, we can run down there and check our signals with our phones too, because they work off of 5G if it's available.
Yeah. Well, and Wilmore is a city hall, so they're probably going to have some good Wi-Fi.
It wasn't great in Lexington.
No, it was not good at all. I think we all had issues there.
Yeah.
Just down the street at Asbury, we've done some live stuff on 5G, so it does work over there.
Good. Well, there you go.
Good.
All right.
And you know, Asbury has a great communications media department down there.
Oh, they do.
So if
Absolutely.
there's any interns down there that want to get involved in wrestling and get involved in broadcast production, we're going to be right there.
Yeah, shoot us a message.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, we're open to helping as many people as we can, and helping others grow just as we want to grow ourselves.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. Well, that is going to do it from us from the Whitaker Bank Mobile Broadcast Studio. Again, August 21st, Wilmore, Kentucky. Bell time, 5 p.m. at the City Hall Gym. Tickets will be available within the next week, and be looking for a poster that you'll be able to share as we go throughout the month. And we're literally just about a month away. We are a month and a day away. So get ready for some more wrestling action. It's coming your way here in just about a month.
Well, and also I also want to mention too, is if you're a sports fan and you're sitting at home and you know, football season's about to come up and you can't make it out to watch a high school game or something, and you can't travel to watch your local team play, log into go.prepspin.com and watch all the games. I mean, there's baseball, softball, basketball, football, everything on there. So you can go back and watch them on demand, but give PrepSpin some love. And, they're out here traveling the roads for you to bring you those games.
Friday night football schedule should be coming soon, and we'll let you know where they're at. And you know, we might be sneaking in there, Otis and I. So we'll be on the hook for some football this fall as well, and we're looking forward to the new school year. I mean, it's here, and you know, not only are we going to have high school football, we got an exciting UK season coming up. So
it seems
yeah.
like when we announced New South Resurrection in March, this summer has already flown by.
I know.
Flown by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to take my son back to Mississippi next week because
Wow.
it's the summer's already over. But also, I want to tell everybody too is to go out and check out the Lexington Legends as well. But I was out there the other night and watched a doubleheader on 4th of July. That field is amazing. They've got it completely fully turfed. It's awesome experience to go out and watch, and it's just a great atmosphere. The food is good. It's at a good, reasonable price. Take your family out and watch it. I mean, there's a game almost every day.
Right. Because they're fielding 2 teams this year.
Yeah,
and they're playing through the end of August.
Yeah, so go out there and check that out, and show them some love and support, and I know they would greatly appreciate it.
All right. Well, gentlemen, that's going to do it here from the Whitaker Bank Mobile Broadcast Studio. We're going to sign off, and we're going to get ready for some wrestling action within a month. Again, follow all of our socials, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. It's all out there. So go look for us, New South Wrestling. We're all over the place. And, oh, hey, we got, let's see here. Hey, from the UK, Darkheart, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. We got watchers from the United Kingdom over on TikTok. That is awesome.
And they can go into go.prepspin.com and buy the pay-per-view as well. You can see it anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. We had actually our belt maker from Pakistan who said he bought it and watched
tuned in live.
So yeah.
So, Darkheart, thanks so much. If you want to check out what we're doing, again, you can see us on go.prepspin.com, and you can check out some preview matches over on our YouTube page, and you can see highlights on mine. So, all right, everybody, we appreciate you. We will catch you on August 21st, live from Wilmore, Kentucky. Be looking out for all of our socials, all the announcements coming soon. For our owner, Tony Presley, and for DJ Otis Badass and the King of Stream, William Warfield, I'm Aaron Rose, and we will catch you at the ring.